right, all right, all right. It's that time of the week. Another week has gone by. We are all blessed and highly favored. And guess what? It's Veterans Day, and you all are officially rolling with Ramsey. Hey, gotta love it. It's Veterans Day. Hey, come on. Raise the roof. Did I tell how old I was when I did that? Hey, Erica, I see you. You're rolling with Ramsey, and guess what? I appreciate that. You know, she said, hey, happy Veterans Day, cousin. Thank you for your service. I appreciate it. Hey, Tony Graham, I see you. Fam, you're doing mad work in the community. If y'all didn't know, right here in High Point, North Carolina, my friend since kindergarten, Tony Graham, is in the streets every day, beating his feet, making sure he's doing positive things. Tony Graham, man, oh, man, thank you for wishing me a happy Veterans Day. You're definitely rolling with Ramsey. Back to Erica real quick. Hey, guess what? The Little Bayou Ferry. Check this out, guys. I did an interview with my cousin, Erica, a few weeks back. Guess what? The book is coming out soon, The Little Bayou Ferry. You got to check it out. It's going to be available to you. I'm sure she's still listening, so we want you all to make sure you support her. Hey, illustrator, author, The Little Bayou Ferry. Got to check that out. Oh, man. Come on now. Oh, and she told me, she said, also she wanted me to make a somber day as well. She said, rest in peace, Lucille Bridges. And she wanted me to say also rest in peace, Lucille Bridges. So you know what? We want to make sure that we send some prayers up to that. You know what I'm saying? Send some prayers up to that. We know that when anybody is transitioned home, they're in a much better place. You know, and we will see them again one day. Erica said, hey, the Little Bayou Ferry. You know what's beautiful about what I'm getting ready to say, y'all? The Little Bayou Ferry will be coming to your shelves via Amazon November 30th. And you want to know, come on, what's going on November 30th? Guess what? That's my birthday. Hey, that's an awesome birthday present. So for my birthday present, I want all you all to go out and buy your own personal copy of The Little Bayou Ferry. Oh my goodness, Erica, she told me who Ruby Bridges is. She said Ruby Bridges is AKA Mom. So she knows she needs to send me a text message because I don't know if this is something that happened today or something recently. So make sure, Erica, you let me know what's going on because I know you got a lot going on. But definitely, we our heart goes out to you. My heart is aching. That's right. That is my birthday, November 30th. Come on now. But yeah, it's definitely, hey, it's Veterans Day. So you know what? Hey, Veterans Day. I served 23 years in the United States Army. Enlisted back in 1991. Man, seems like ages ago. As a young private first class, as a 14 Sierra, which is an Avenger crew member, air defense missile system. I can remember my sister, who was a captain at the time, because she enlisted me in the Army. I remember her telling me, you need to take an inside job. I was like, I don't want an inside job. I want a job where I can be all I can be. That's what I'm trying to do. And I remember there were some days I was lining some dirt, some long, hot summers on Fort Hood where I wish I'd had an inside job. But God blessed me because that same day, that job that I had, I was a gunner. And as a gunner in the Avenger weapon system, I'm telling you right now, in the Avenger weapon system, as a gunner, I was able to, guess what? I had an air conditioning unit. And so I was just shocked. You know what I'm saying? Just shocked. Shocked to be out there in that hot sun. Shocked to have a switch where I could cut on an air conditioning unit and be up there shooting stuff down. That's what I was shocked. I like being a gunner. If one thing was gonna work, I was gonna make sure I took care of my AC unit. Okay. I'm just, you know what, Erica, I'm slipping. I'm slipping and my mind is all over the place. That's right. Ruby Bridges. Come on now. She passed away today at 86. Come on now. She was the first little young lady. Come on. Painting of her as she integrated schools. And, she's the mother of civil rights. So definitely we want to give her a shout out. I remember, okay, now I'm tracking. She became the first black student at her all-white new school in New Orleans Elementary School. And may she rest in peace. May she rest in peace. Come on now. Oh, man. Oh, man, come on, Fred. My brother, Fred Douglas Mitchell, I see you. You rolling with Ramsey. Come on now. Hey, he said, hey, look, Fred said, thanks for my service. But hey, he said, hey, first Cav, first team. He was in Alpha 1-8 Cav, Dragons, Mustangs. Come on now. Have you hugged your Cav patch today? I know something about that. Hey. Oh, man. Oh, come on now. Yeah. Not Ruby. You said not Ruby herself, but her mom walked with her. Okay. I'm tracking. Her mother passed, but her mom walked with her. Okay, we're gonna get it together. We're gonna get it straight. I'm looking at the article that she sent me because we own a doggone it. So it's saying today that Lucille Bridges, mother of activist Ruby Bridges, passed away today. Okay, I'm gonna get it straight. Y'all. I got the information. I'm gonna get it straight. So her mother passed. So yeah, most definitely. Okay, we're gonna get it right. Most definitely we'll get it right. So how about this, Miss Bridges? I'm gonna send a mad shout out. Hey, Mom, I know you up there in heaven. You need to greet Miss Bridges, show her around, and show her where everything's at up there, because my mom, may she rest in peace. She touched a lot of people herself, and so not a day that goes by that I don't miss her. And if there's one thing that my mom would always say, I remember when I joined, my mother was very apprehensive. Let's just say that. She was very apprehensive. It made it a little easier that my sister was in the reserves, but she was very apprehensive of her baby boy going on active duty. But she would later say that me joining the Army was the best decision that I ever made in my life. My mother would later say that. So I'm very thankful to have that, knowing that I made that choice and that she would later co-sign on my choice. It made me feel really good. But yes, it is Veterans Day. And I want anybody that's listening, if you know a veteran, if you want to come on, and if you want to come on right now and have a conversation so everybody can see you, you all send me a message. I'll hit you up. I'll get you the link, and you can come on in, and I'll interview you right now. It's that type of show today. I don't care. We're going to talk about it. If you're a vet and you serve, I want to know your story. What up, Jamie? I see you. Jamie Haley, you rolling with Ramsey. She says, thank you for your service, sir. The audience members present tonight on Rolling with Ramsey. Amen for those the Lord has called upon to join him in the kingdom of heaven. Amen for that. You are absolutely right, Jamie. Definitely rolling with Ramsey. Got a little Oak Ridge Military Academy alum in the house. Ties in the house. My Armor fam is in the house. That's what's up. I love it. Gotta love it. And so, man, y'all, guess what? It is 11/11/2020. Come on, just think about that. It's Veterans Day 2020, November 11th. November 11th, 2020. Hey, we are going to make it. We're going to make it through 2020. We're going to make it. It's going to be all right. Man, we're going to make it. We're going to be all right. I'm telling you, we're going to make it past 2020. It's going to be okay. My boy Fred, he said, that's what's up. Talked to my mom, Dukes. She signed me up 23 December 1985. 17 years old, delayed entry program. Tanking ain't easy. Hey, Fred, you are absolutely right, brother. I had the opportunity to drive a M1 Abrams at one point in time. It was really fun, but I'm going to tell you right now, that tank lifestyle, man, you got to love your brother, because y'all in there real close. I'm telling you. Almost on top of each other. Y'all a family for sure. Man, I know that's right. Tanking ain't easy. Man, look at here, look at here. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this much though. I used to be jealous of tankers a little bit though, because they had some different boots. They had buckles on their boots because they didn't want their shoestrings to if I get it wrong, Fred, let me know. But their shoestring, they wore tanker boots that had shoestrings on them, and because they didn't have shoestrings, so they had buckles because their shoestrings would get caught on things inside the tank. So they had to wear these tanker boots. But I'm telling you, the tanker boots were real cool. Man, they were real cool. They were mad cool, especially when they were shined up and they buckled. I was a little jealous of them tanker boots a couple of times now. I was a little jealous. I ain't want to be in no tank, but I was a little jealous of them boots. I ain't gonna lie. Michelle Murphy, I see you. You're rolling with Ramsey. You're welcome. She said, thank you for your service. She said, thank you for all your service. Oh, Fred said you had to earn those tanker boots. You couldn't just put them things on. Look, Fred, tell us, what did you have to do to earn your tanker boots? I'm telling y'all right now, I'm a little thirsty. Hey, I'm drinking. If IBC is out there, I'm drinking Black Cherry IBC. I need a sponsorship. Come on. I need a sponsor. It's so good. Come on. Hey, Jamie want to know how'd you earn them boots? Hey, I had to earn my Spurs as a Cavs member. I can tell that story, but I want to know how you had to earn those tanker boots. You right. Oh man, it's a great day. I'm going to tell you all this right here. Erica, give me a shout out if you're still listening. Erica, are you still on? Little Bayou Ferry, my cousin. Like I said, the book is coming out November 30th. It's my birthday, but I want to know if Erica is still, if she's still watching the broadcast. She may be, she may not be. But I'm going to say this. Like I said, Erica is an illustrator. I am working with Erica to come out with a really cool t-shirt that I'm going to be selling. And I don't know. I'm waiting to see if Erica's going to comment or not. She may have chimed off, but I'm working with Erica. She's going to be coming up. Hey, she's still on. So I'm working with Erica, guys. And I'm going to give her a mad shout out here in a second again. But I'm working with Erica. She's going to design this t-shirt. Okay. Now, y'all listen, that I'm going to be selling. And we're going to make it do what it do. So I'm going to design a t-shirt that says, I'm not a loser or a sucker. I'm just a veteran who served my country. That's my political statement for today, and I'm going to leave it right there. But it's going to be really cool because Erica's going to design it, and she's going to put some very patriotic things inside the design. She's going to digitize it. I'm going to get it over to the folks to make the t-shirts, and we're going to get them out there, and we're going to have them on sale. And some Rolling with Ramsey shirts are going to be coming soon, too, but we're going to be doing some really cool things. Man, Fred said a gold spur ride, Delta D4 Cav, 197th. I don't know if that's 1st Brigade Task Force or whatever. Let me see. 1st Brigade Task Force, 24 Cav, 24th ID, Desert Shield program. He got his combat spurs. That's what he's telling me because I got my combat spurs too. So, yeah, I got my combat spurs as well. I got my certificate. I got my Cav hat. I got my spurs. It's definitely going down. Fred said infantry. Okay, that's what's up. And I'm telling you, my spur ride to get my spurs. Ooh, Nelly. Oh, man. Oh, man. All I'm going to say is I made it through to the other side. It was late at night. I showed up for a uniform. Let's just say I could not wear that uniform ever again when it was all said and done. I crawled through a lot of mud, a lot of dirt, and a whole bunch of other stuff that I don't even want to name. I think the motor oil may have been 30 weight. I mean, I was covered in all. Man, it wasn't nice. It wasn't pretty. I'm gonna just tell you, it wasn't easy. And the reason why I know it wasn't easy, and they weren't just giving it to you, there were some people that started with me that day that didn't make it. And they didn't get their spurs either. Man, listen here, y'all. My brother from another mother, my fellow Tuskegee Airman, aviator, driver of Big Windy. If you don't know who Big Windy is, that is the Chinook helicopter. Dwayne Means, you are officially rolling with Ramsey. Come on now. What's up? What's up, D Means? And let me say it like D Means. What up, son? Come on now. Hey, you rolling with Ramsey on Veterans Day. That's what I'm talking about. Man, me and D Means, we done been through some things together. You hear me? Man, Fred is telling me, he says, we ran a spur ride in Bosnia in the wintertime in the Balkans. Now, look, I was in Bosnia in 1997. He said Camp Doble. Hey, I'm telling you, I wasn't trying to mess around in no wintertime over there. Y'all was doing y'all doing too much. That's what's up, D Means. Come on now. Come on now. That's my boy right there. Hey, man, D Means, fella aviator, doing the thing, man. D Means been all, hey, look. D Means theme song should be Lisa Stanfield, and all he should be saying is been around the world and yeah. That's it, because D Means been everywhere. He been places I haven't been. But he back home now. He riding that Harley. He riding his bicycle. Hey, he doing his thing. Come on now. Fred said they did it in the Tuzla Valley. Woo-wee. Hey, look. I don't know, Fred. I don't like cold weather. D Means, he said I was a private in the 117 Cav. Come on now. That's the beauty. Man, the beauty of being a veteran is the crazy thing when you've been a veteran for a number of years, whether you serve 2 years, whether you serve 20 years or 20 plus years, you're still a veteran. But I am going to say this. Most veterans who've served long enough to retire, where we started is not where we finished. My very first unit was 45 ADA, Fort Hood, Texas, right next to the old PLDC. Now, I'm telling you right now, the barracks, the unit where my unit was located does not exist anymore. They tore it down and they built this real huge facility, but we were right next door to PLDC. I was in Delta Battery. Come on now. And if any of y'all out there, if anybody comes on and knows about Delta Battery, hey, Delta Battery 4588, dogs, Delta dogs. What kind of power? Dog power. Come on. What kind of dog? Delta dog. Man, look at here. Ooh-wee. We ain't take no smoke. Hey, look, we used to bring that smoke. Dwayne wanted me to tell everybody Happy Veterans Day to everybody. Come on now. Hey, man, this is what's going down. Okay, so Fred, let me tell you right now. Fred, if you was in, 1737, 1986, 1737, he said 1986 or 2006. Okay, so Fred, you need to tell me when you were at Fort Hood. I need to know, Fred, when you was at Hood. See if our paths may have crossed back in them days. Come on now. Man, this is great. So, man, you guys know, man. So, a couple of things right now. So, let's talk about it real quick. Boom. Hold up, I'm gonna pause that for a second. Jamie, she put up a link and she said, another Armor veteran article today in the Greensboro News and Record. Okay, so if you guys are local here at High Point, Greensboro, Winston-Salem area, Jamie dropped a link just talking about where I went to school from the 7th and the 12th grade, Oak Ridge Military Academy, about veterans, some veterans from Oak Ridge that's in the paper. So I'm going to have to check that out. Okay, so going backwards, Fred told me that he was in the 72nd Battalion Brigade, or 72nd Brigade and Battalion, March 97 to December 99. Okay, to December 99. All right, so Fred, I'm going to tell you, I left Fort Hood in 95. September 95. So you missed me by 2 years. You miss my fun in the sun and my run there at Fort Hood by 2 years. Oh, okay. 72nd. Okay, you was on 72nd. You right. I'm tracking now. But you missed me by 2 years. Oh man. But yeah, so it's Veterans Day. I want to get back to what I was saying. It's Veterans Day. A lot of things going on, a lot of things happening. Um, and I just want to say, man, I want to thank everybody, all the veterans, for their service, all my friends, family, and loved ones who have served, those that kinship, that bond that we have, whether you are Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard. Hey, wow, you know, there's a bond there. There's a bond there, that bond of service, because we are, and for everybody that's listening, please remember, we are still an all volunteer force. So you have to make the decision and the choice to serve your country. None of us have been drafted, things like that. No, we signed up by, on our own free will and accord. Something that not everyone has done in our country. There's only a small percentage of people who choose to serve their country in the armed forces. And so I commend all the veterans, those who are retired, those who are no longer in, and those who are currently serving right now. They are veterans as well. And so I want to personally, once again, thank them for their service that is ongoing. Because guess what, guys? It's not always fun and games. It's not. Sometimes we get put in some hairy situations. Sometimes we get put in situations where, guess what? Our friends don't make it home. Sometimes we can just be training and be in situations where we might not make it home. So please remember that. Remember, the fundamental part of our oath of enlistment is I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. The Constitution. That's what it comes down to. We will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That's the heart of the oath of enlistment. And so when a young man or woman raises their hand to take that oath of enlistment, that's at the heart of it. That's what's up. That's what they're signing up for. They're saying, hey, I got this democracy. I'll put it on my back. I'll carry it in my rucksack. I'll march 10 and 12 miles. I'll do what I need to do to hold on to this democracy. I got it. I'm going to hold it together. We're going to hold it down. Come on. Come on. So I'm telling y'all, when somebody's a veteran, you don't know their story. They may not tell you their story, but trust me, they have a story to tell if they choose to do so. Fred said, yes, Fort Carson, 1987, 1988, death all around me during training. Man, praise God you made it out, brother. I'm happy to have you as a friend. If y'all didn't know, man, Fred is my not only my brother in arms, but he's also my RV brother. He's my Tiffin brother. Hey, so we Tiffin brothers. So I gotta love it because Fred and I both rolling in these Tiffin motorhomes, and you gotta love it. Gotta love it, gotta love it, gotta love it. Fred, guess what? I'm going to Gatlinburg for my birthday. Watch out now. Already got my reservation. I'm looking forward to it. Veterans Day. And so, man, I really want to know for those who don't really get to think about it all the time. I'm just curious to because one of the things is a soldier, particularly as an aviator, who has served. Complacency is something that will get you killed. Being complacent in the military, some jobs more than others, and I was a pilot. Like I said, I flew Blackhawks. Complacency will cause you to make mistakes. Complacency will put other lives in danger. Complacency will get you killed. So here's something I want everyone listening to think about. Have we been complacent as a nation? What say you? I'm just curious. Do you think we've been complacent as a nation? Do you think that we are making some mistakes? Do you think we are putting some lives in jeopardy from being complacent? Something to think about. Because in a helicopter, we can't be complacent. We are taught from a young pup in flight school, I want to learn how to fly in flight school. You want to know what the first things they teach us? To compartmentalize. Compartmentalize, meaning we have to put all our troublesome things in a box, things that may be going on in our lives in a box, and we have to focus on the task at hand, because if we are not super hyper focused, guess what? We will make mistakes. And if we make mistakes, it can cost people their lives. Erica said, heck yes, we've been complacent as a nation. And that explains our state, she says that explains our, I don't know. She says that explains ours. I think she's trying to say that explains our current situation, or I don't know if she said SITRE. I don't know. I'm gonna try to figure it out. But she said, but I understand where she's coming from. She says, and then she said leadership in a vacuum. And you're absolutely right. You know, you've got to be able to set your personal feelings to the side. You've got to be able to, Dwayne said 5 and 9. You're absolutely right, Dwayne. You've got to be able to put your personal feelings aside. You've got to be able to say, you know what? I've got to make the best decisions and choices for a bigger purpose, a bigger cause. And I think that as a nation, as a whole, we've been complacent. And us being complacent, we've made some mistakes that have cost hundreds of thousands of lives right now. It's crazy. Fred said during Desert Storm, I had an Apache saved our tank crew. Yeah. Oh yeah, he brought that smoke, didn't he? He brought that smoke. Come on now. Hey, you know what? Sabrina Humphreys, you are officially rolling with Ramsey. What up, Sabrina? Come on now. Hey, if y'all didn't know, Sabrina has got the best detail crew in, I'm telling you, whether it's okay, listen, the detail shop down that Sabrina has down in Red Bay, Alabama, they specialize in detailing, washing and detailing your motor coach. And all I'm telling you all, if you got a motor home and you in Red Bay and you don't let the detail shop Sabrina Humphreys detail your motor coach, that is blasphemy. You hear what I'm saying? The woman is Sabrina Humphreys is officially the hardest working woman in Red Bay, Alabama. Ask me how I know. Because she watched the big cat. She'll have your stuff looking like you drove it off the showroom floor. Come on now. Ask me how I know. Got that 511 on the roof. What? Hey, y'all, you better ask somebody. I'm talking about she up on ladders. She outside in the sun. Now, the one thing I can say, Sabrina get more sun than anybody in Red Bay I know. Hey, listen, I'm officially going to give you a de facto. You close to being dark enough to be considered mixed. Almost. Almost. You need about a few more, about another year and a half. I might be able to ask you, you might be able to say you got some Indian in your family. That's all I'm saying. But you have to do some research on that. We have to talk about that offline. But Sabrina is really cool. Man, she takes care of you. So if you have a motor coach, if you're making the pilgrimage to Red Bay, if you've never been, make sure you check out the detail shop, Sabrina Humphreys. Everybody knows her. She's directly across the street from the official Tiffin campground where people can park, and that's where she's located, and she's got some spots herself. So if you can't get in that, hey, she says, I do got some Indian in my family. You're too funny. If you can't get on that campground, she's got some spots right there where her building is at, that she rents out as well. Very economically, user friendly. When I was down there, she was like family, man. She let me use her car to go to the grocery store and get food, everything. Real cool. Does awesome work. Everybody knows who she is. It's just like, if you're coming that way, you're going to get your motor coach washed by Sabrina. Mike, like, if you know you're going, you like, let her know in advance so you can get on the bus, because she stays booked up. I'm telling you, year round. She don't even stop. In wintertime, she washing motor coaches. It's crazy. Crazy. They do awesome work. Now, I'm glad you could make the show too. You finally made a live show. That's what's up. Definitely the hardest working down there in Red Bay. Whew. Oh, man. Matter of fact, I have her link on the Rolling with Ramsey Facebook page, so you guys can check it out. No, you're amazing. I appreciate everything that you do, Sabrina. She allows me to tag my posts to her page and share them with her page. And I really appreciate that, because I don't want people to think that I don't like and want people to think that my audience is a monolithic audience. I talk to everybody, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Latino. It doesn't matter. Everybody. I love everybody. Like I said, Roland Ramsey is all about having healthy conversations with people. Whether we agree or not, it doesn't mean that I have to hate you just because we disagree. So I'm loving the fact that, I can reach a larger segment, because, it is definitely one of the things I love about having this podcast, because guess what? We're all different. And at the end of the day, here in the United States of America, our differences is what makes us the best country in the world. That's what makes us so strong. That's what makes us so strong. We all are different. That's the fabric. Our differences is part of the fabric that holds us together as a nation. And so we have to be able to celebrate those differences, appreciate those differences, and make sure that we can see how our differences are an asset and not a hindrance. Oh, man. Sabrina said, you've made me smile. She says, I love listening to Roland with Ramsey. I listen as much as I possibly can. I really appreciate that, Sabrina. I really do. But yeah, man. So getting back to what I was saying a few minutes ago, I feel like that the country has been a little complacent. We've been a little complacent, and I feel like we've made some mistakes. But we haven't made some mistakes that we can't fix, that we can't come back and correct. And we've got to make sure that we're able to acknowledge. First of all, we got to be able to acknowledge that we made some mistakes. And once we acknowledge that, then we can start to move forward. That we can move forward and make some changes. Now, guess what? I'm going to touch on this, and I'm going to leave it alone after I touch on it. I said 4 years ago, I did not have a problem with the fact that Donald Trump was elected president of our country because he was elected president within the system that we have. I had a problem because President Trump, I didn't feel like he was a president for everyone. That was my issue. I didn't have a problem with the fact that he won. He won within the system that we have. I have a problem that he hasn't been a president for everyone. And it's clear. It's not something that I'm making up. Guys, we know what it is. It's this obvious. Come on, it's obvious. So that's been my issue. And so now that the election has taken place, President-elect Joe Biden has been chosen by the people, and the president does not want to acknowledge that he won, acknowledge that Joe Biden won. He's got all these lawsuits going on, things of that nature. And after it's all said and done, these lawsuits are not going to prove, all they're going to prove is that people voted, everything was done properly, and he lost. There's no widespread voter fraud going on. And this is coming, and the things that I'm talking about are coming from Republican-led leadership in Republican states. Georgia, the governor is a Republican. The lieutenant governor is a Republican. The Secretary of State is a Republican. The Georgia Secretary of State said that a recount is probably not going to help Donald Trump. And now he doesn't want to acknowledge the election. He's still trying to erode our democracy because our democracy is being able to let the people choose. The people have spoken. Erica just said he's suing people within his own party. So all I'm going to say, I'm going to say it one more time. Our oath of enlistment, we will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Our Constitution. The heartbeat of our democracy is our Constitution. We have got to stop with all this tomfoolery, all those shenanigans, and we got to get back to governing the country. Because guess what? We've been complacent and people have died. The last 4 years have been a very bad social experiment. It was a bad choice. To quote the late Denny Green, the coach of the Minnesota Vikings, the man was who we thought he was. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, just look up Denny Green press conference rant when he says they were exactly who we thought they were. Donald Trump was exactly who we thought he was. I'm done. Now, guess what? It's Veterans Day, y'all. Hey, 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 hey. Come on now. Hey, I like it because it's the one day a year I get to really, truly celebrate. And guess what I did? I went this morning, I woke up a little hungry, and I went to Wendy's, and I got me a free breakfast. Come on now. Showed my ID card, got me a free breakfast at Wendy's. Lunchtime, went over. I think it was, matter of fact, I know it was the Flow So they've got, so I'm going to say the Flow Auto Group. Let me say it like that. The Flow Auto Group blessed us, blessed the veterans with a very nice box lunch. Had a chicken pot pie in it, a salad, a roll. And not only that, got a little gift bag. And in the gift bag, we had umbrella and some other stuff. And it was really cool. Sabrina says, we have to be humble and simply be the best that we can. I hope we can all get along as a nation. We all have different opinions, and we should just acknowledge others' opinions. She said we should just acknowledge others' opinions and agree to disagree, still love and respect one another. Still love and respect one another. May not agree. She says, I simply try to get along with everyone. Come on now. That's what I'm talking about, Sabrina. And you're exactly right. And she says, thank you so much for all you've done for our nation and for our freedom. I really appreciate that. And Sabrina, I'm going to tell you this. When I was down there with you, there was a couple, an older white couple. I've said it like 2 or 3 episodes. I wish and I hate I didn't get their names. I was in the waiting area, guys, while my coach was being worked on. A couple says, hey, you here by yourself? I said, yes, I am. She said, come on, we want to invite you to lunch. Come and go with us. Older white couple invited me to lunch. They had their Trump 2020 hats. They were supporters. They bought me lunch. We ate. We had a good time. We were laughing and joking. Wonderful people. Wonderful people. A wonderful couple. They checked on me the whole time I was there. I think we went and ate together a couple more times after that. Sat down with them. Wonderful couple. We may disagree politically, but we were still cool. Wonderful couple. Very nice. Now, guess what? There's some bad, there's some people that are out of bounds, far out of bounds one way, and there's some people that are far out of bounds the other way. But guess what? At the end of the day, we all are part of one race, and that's the human race. Come on now. Hey, once again, y'all, I'm going to say this. I wish this show was being sponsored by IBC. I'm currently drinking Black Cherry IBC. If y'all know somebody that works for them, y'all can tell them I'm looking for a sponsor. Erica said, well said, Sabrina. We are the United States. I love our differences. Let's be here for one another. Amen. Amen to that. You're absolutely right. You all are talking, and you all are talking about it. But the Flow Auto Group, they gave out some gifts and stuff today, and there's some stuff happening tonight, this evening, and this time of the year. There are all sorts of programs and things that are taking place for veterans, and it's really cool. And sometimes I'm gonna tell you what's funny. What's funny about it is when you're on active duty, and if you live in a military town, sometimes you go do stuff, and sometimes you don't, because the lines are super long and this, that, and the other. And the day just kind of goes by. It's just another day. But when you get out, guess what? I'm up here in High Point, North Carolina, in Greensboro, in the Triad area. Shoot, I went and got my free lunch today. Got me an umbrella. Man, come on now. I loved it. RSVP'd. It was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool thing. Definitely one of those things. Definitely one of those things. And so you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Definitely gotta love it. Now, I'm trying to get back. I remember one of the cool things I got to do as a young soldier when I was on Fort Hood, Texas. I'm an alumnus of the 1st Cavalry Division Honor Guard. Now, if you don't know about the 1st Cavalry Division Honor Guard, it is really hard to get on the Honor Guard. First of all, you have to try out. The uniform, the the uniform that the honor guard when we perform in parades is the old cavalry uniform. So you got the calf boots that come up to your knees, spurs, the cavalry shirt, Stetson cowboy hat. I mean, the whole 9 yards. Now, so in Fort Hood, they got two things. They got the 1st Cavalry Division Honor Guard, and they've got the horse detachment too, which is really cool. These guys ride horses, and they come do a cavalry charge, even with a wagon at the end of parades and stuff. Man, it is really cool to see. So I remember my sergeant major. He says, "Hey, man, you're a go-getting soldier." First thing he did was he said, "I'm gonna send you to trial for the horse detachment." Hey. So let me tell y'all some of the stuff that you got to do when you're trying out for the horse detachment. You have to move like an insane amount of grain, like from one side of the stable to another side of the stable in a short amount of time. You've got to be able to bale like 30 bales of hay in like a certain amount of time. And then they have an old cavalry sword that you got to be able to hold up like straight out in front of you, up, parallel to the ground for a certain amount of time. That's the three things that I can remember. I think I was young enough. I think I made it past the grain. I barely made the whole hay bale thing because it's a technique to it. And, I ain't never baled no hay. And so the guy gave me a couple of tips, and I think I barely made that. And I was absolutely worn out at that point. And I remember them giving me that cavalry saber and holding it out in front of me. And I looked at the dude, and tears were running down my face. I said, "Hey, man, you might as well come and get this dude. I ain't gonna make this." And I remember going back to the sergeant major. I was like, "Why you send me over there to get punished?" He was laughing. He says, I got the days mixed up. I wasn't trying to send you to the horse detachment. I was really trying to send you to the honor guard. He says, "I'm so sorry." I was like, "Sergeant Major, you have no idea what I've been through." But I went and I tried out for the honor guard, and I made it. And it was really cool honor to be on the honor guard. The cool thing was we got to wear our Stetson cowboy hat with our BDU uniform. And you walked around Fort Hood like you was the BMOC, big man on campus. I'm telling you, it was crazy. Definitely, it was one of the coolest things. I got to post the colors for the NFC championship one year up in Texas Stadium for the Dallas game. That was pretty cool. And just been in a lot of other cool positions, parades. Matter of fact, I would tell you, back in the day, one of the things that we did, and I don't know if they still doing it or not, probably not doing it because of COVID, is we stood on the wall in Washington, D.C. For Veterans Day and Memorial Day. So we'd stand up there, and you would stand up there next to different color guards or other services or whatever prestigious units. And I remember a guy next to me, because I was a saber bearer. So I remember a guy next to me. Oh man, I think it was in an Air Force color guard. He fell, like he passed out, like he fainted or whatever. And rule of thumb is you do not move. Dude falls, he just falls. Somebody's gonna come get him, but that's not your responsibility that day. And I remember, so the guys that are holding the flags, and we wore these gauntlets. And so the gauntlets, if they're holding the flags, their hands are in front of their face, and the glove comes out like this. So you couldn't see you couldn't see their mouths moving. And I remember them telling me, "Ramsey, you bet not move. You bet not." They was like, "Ramsey, if you move, it's a wrap. You can just pack your stuff when we get back." Man, that dude fell. I did not flinch. I didn't look down at him. I wasn't concerned. I could see in my peripheral vision that, somebody finally came and took care of him. But they were absolutely emphatic. "You bet not move." Man, oh man, definitely an honor to be on it. Probably the first Cavalry Division Honor Guard is the next. I mean, they're probably the next honor guard that comes underneath the old guard. To be honest, out of all the units in the Army, the honor guard is probably second to only the old guard, and that's real talk. And so to be an alumnus of that is really cool. Debbie, True Blood, I see you. You're rolling with Ramsey. Debbie's a faithful listener. Thanks for tuning in today, Debbie. Debbie's a veteran too, y'all. I didn't know that till I saw her post her picture the other day, and she's looking all dapper in her uniform. I said, "Okay, Debbie, I see you. I see you. Go ahead, Debbie." I mean, like I said, you never know, and that's such a cool thing. You guys are Erica and Sabrina are talking back. And it's really cool to unite people, and I really love that. Bring folks together because, like I said, it's a beautiful thing. Like I said, it's Veterans Day. All I can say is this: if there's a veteran in your family, if you know of a veteran, if you're listening, particularly when I publish this podcast probably sometime next week when it goes up on all the podcast platforms, and you guys are listening, make sure you thank them. Make sure you thank them. Make sure you thank them for their service, because a veteran can never hear that enough. Thank you for your service. A veteran can never hear that enough. We're going to always acknowledge it because we can never hear it enough. Because guess what? We volunteered. And you know what that meant? I've missed holidays, Christmas. I've missed birthdays. I've missed special events within my family. I've spent Christmases in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Bosnia. Go figure. Sometimes multiple. I've eaten more Thanksgiving dinners in foreign countries, Christmas dinners, brung in the New Year in Iraq on more than one occasion. Been in places where it's so dark that you can't see your hands in front of your face. So cold that you learn to get dressed inside a sleeping bag with it all zipped up. So hot that all you can do is just exhale and I'm telling you, I've been in places and soldiers have been in some places that are so hot you can taste the air, hot air. I know what hot air tastes like when you breathe it in and out. So, I'll say this as we're getting ready to close out today's show. Once again, hey, somebody's a veteran. You can believe. You might not know their story, but they definitely have a story to tell. And for my older veterans, and when I say my more senior veterans, I'm talking about our World War II vets that are still living, all the Korean War and Vietnam veterans that are still living. I salute you. I salute you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for putting yourselves in harm's way. A lot of times when it was not even up to you. Thank you. You are not forgotten. So I charge and employ everyone if you see an old time vet, and you've got some time on your hand, speak to them. Let them talk. And I know they can go on and on and on. Let them talk. Listen to this story. Let them tell it. Because what's going to happen one day, they're going to no longer be with us. And we're not going to be able to hear those stories. Because the stories that they tell are a part of our history. So let them tell it. You guys have been rolling with Ramsey. It's Veterans Day 2020. And I love all y'all. And I just want to say thank you all for supporting Rolling with Ramsey. And I really appreciate, come on, man. I really appreciate all the support. But I still need you more than ever. And so here's what I need all of y'all to do. I need you to just go to the Rolling with Ramsey page, and I need you to share the Rolling with Ramsey page with your entire friends list. And I need you to put a message up at the top. It says, I need you guys to go like this page. Follow him on Instagram. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. I know it's crazy. We live in a world where we are being judged by likes, followers, and subscribers. I'm trying to get to that next level. Somebody just asked me last night. They said, hey, do you make money from your podcast? Well, guess what? I'm not quite there yet. We're still growing, but I'm going to get there. Because guess what? I'm not doing this necessarily to make money and generate money. But guess what? You got to pay to play, y'all. My videos that Joe edits, it costs money. The audio stuff that gets edited, it costs money. But I love this. I know I'm operating in my purpose, so I've got to keep going. I can't stop now. Can't stop. I got to keep marching on. I got to keep marching on. So with your help, I know I'm going to grow this audience. I know I'm going to grow it. It's going to go 10 times fold. I know it. 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. I know it because everybody that's commenting today, all awesome and wonderful people, everybody that's listening, thank you. Thank you for helping me grow this platform. I really appreciate it. Because Sabrina, the next time I come through there, I want to have a camera crew. You know what I'm saying? Because boom, I want to be picked up by the networks. Well, Rolling with Ramsey's a TV show. And we rolling around talking to folks, amazing people, interviewing them, checking them out. That's the goal. That's what we want to do. Show everybody, hey, we're more alike than we are different. And I can't do that with all of you all. So I love y'all. There's nothing you can do about it. And remember, you can listen to Rolling with Ramsey on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music and Audible, and Save Radio. Come on now. Guess what, y'all? It's another week has gone by, and you have been officially rolling with Rams. I love you guys. I'll see you all next week. Peace.